awesome. That is amazing.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
That is awesome.
We're ready to go. Like good old days. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here for this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. Thank you all at home for watching. Before we get started, as always, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. So everybody please rise. And Councilwoman McDonough, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence to remember all the men and women who are fighting for our freedom. Thank you.
Thanks, Sue. Okay, once again, good evening, everyone. Tonight's Town Board meeting is a Town Board voting meeting, and the date is Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. And for the record, all board members are present with the exception of Councilman Lupinacci and Councilman Schneider. Councilman Lupinacci is on a college tour with his daughter, so he couldn't be with us tonight. And Councilman Schneider has a business obligation, a commitment that he couldn't reschedule. So it's just myself, Susie, and Mike that are here tonight. All the way down to my right is Ann Spofford. Hey, Ann. Our town clerk. All the way down to my left is Greg Fulchetti. He's our Carmel Town Council. So once again, tonight's meeting is a voting meeting. So the first item on the agenda is to accept the Town Board minutes of March 20th and April 3rd, 2019. I need a motion to accept those.
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Councilwoman McDonough, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Second by Councilman who?
Councilman Borelli, right? What did I say?
You said Lupinacci this week, you said Lombardi 2 weeks ago.
What did I just say tonight?
Who are you going to call me next week?
I thought I called Marino. I thought I called you Borelli. No? Okay.
Look at the videotape.
Go to the video.
Go to the videotape.
Sorry. I could have called you something worse, but, you know. I didn't want to do that. I wouldn't do that to you anyway, Mike.
So do you want me to read resolution number one?
Yeah. Susie, would
Okay.
you read resolution number 1, please?
Resolved that pursuant to Town Code Section 104-8, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby waives the application of Chapter 104 of the Town Code entitled Noise with respect to the County of Putnam and its Friday Night Barbecue Series events scheduled for the following dates of Putnam County Golf Club. May 31st, these are all for 2019. May 31st, June 7th, June 14th, June 21st, June 28th, July 5th, July 12th, July 19th, July 26th, August 2nd, August 9th, August 16th, August 23rd, August 30th, September 7th, and September 20th. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Borelli. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. And I'm going to be reading tonight, too, since 2 board members aren't here. So next resolution, number 2, is a resolution authorizing improvements at Sycamore Park. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, in connection with the proposed Eagle Scout project of Davis Grimm of Boy Scouts of America Troop Number 1, Mahopac, New York, hereby authorizes the performance of improvements at Sycamore Park in accordance with the memorandum and plans provided by Director of Recreation and Parks James R. Gilchrist, as detailed in his memorandum to the Town Board dated April 4th, 2019, and be it further resolved that upon presentation of insurance certificates for all vendors and contractors proposed to perform improvements in connection with the authorization, in form acceptable to Town Council, the aforesaid work may be commenced. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. And I'd like to thank Davis Grimm for his Eagle Scout project over at Sycamore Park. He's going to be redoing all of the landscaping beds at no cost to the town as part of his project. He's going to be having fundraisers along the way to raise some funds so he can perform that project. So when I told him that when he becomes aware of dates, times, locations for his fundraisers and what he's going to be doing for the fundraiser, to let us know, and we'll announce that too to try to help him raise some money for that. So great cause, and congratulations to him as he pursues his Eagle Scout. Okay, next resolution, number 3, resolution pursuant to Town of Carmel Town Code 156-76. Councilman Borelli, would you read 3?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, pursuant to Carmel Town Code 156-76B1, hereby refers the petition of Top Cat Realty Corp. and 1841 Park Avenue Realty Corp., dated February 20th, 2019, seeking a change of zoning from residential to commercial, to the Town of Carmel Planning Board for its review, comment, and/or recommendation. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 4, is a resolution approving an application for tuition reimbursements of P.O. Brian Smith of the Town of Carmel Police Department. Susie, would you read 4?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby approves the application for tuition reimbursement of Town of Carmel Police Officer Brian Smith for completion of Bachelor of Arts degree at CUNY John Jay College and authorizes payment in the amount of $900 in connection therewith. I offer this resolution as read.
Okay, I'll second
Second.
that. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution is, number 5, is a resolution declaring certain equipment obsolete and authorizing disposal of same. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby declares the following vehicle as surplus and authorizes the disposal of the said vehicle. Town car, vehicle 404, it's a 2004 Ford Focus. VIN number 2, F as in Frank, A as in Adam, B as in boy, P as in Peter, 7, B-boy, V Victor, X X-ray, B-boy, X X-ray, 183066, to be obsolete, and authorize disposal in accordance with town law, including but not limited to town law 64-2A. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 6, is a resolution authorizing requests for qualifications, Town of Carmel Comprehensive Plan, and Town Code revisions. Councilman Borelli, would you read 6?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel authorizes the issuance of a request for qualifications for development and preparation of the Town of Carmel Comprehensive Plan and proposed Town of Carmel Town Code review and revisions by the Town of Carmel Engineering Department. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 7, is a resolution authorizing the awarding of bids for miscellaneous highway department materials and services. Susie, would you read 7?
Sure, whereas the Town Board of the Town of Carmel has previously authorized advertisement for the solicitation of bids for various highway materials and services for the Town Highway Department. And whereas such bids were received and opened, and Highway Superintendent Michael Simone has recommended the awarding of the bid after equalizing all FOB bids based on distance to the Town Highway Department yard. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby awards the bids for the purchase of various highway materials. Sorry.
Get some water?
Yeah, and services to the lowest responsible bidders who met specifications. Thanks, Annie. You can finish.
That's why I didn't drink. At the unit prices and material types as contained in the memo of Michael Simone dated April 9th, 2019, which is attached hereto, incorporated herein, and made part hereof. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, resolution number 8 is a resolution authorizing payment of vacation time. Town of Carmel Police Department, this is for employee number 1455. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes payment of 15 days of accrued vacation time to employee number 1455 at a daily rate of $693.54 for a total of $10,403.10. I offer the resolution as read. Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 9, is a resolution extending of workers' compensation-related leave to Town of Carmel Highway Department employee. Councilman Borelli, would you read 9, please?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, upon the request and recommendation of Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael Simone and pursuant to the terms of the current collective bargaining agreement between the Town of Carmel and Teamsters Local 456, hereby authorizes a 3-month extension of workers' compensation-related leave of employment for Town of Carmel employee number 1366 from May 4th, 2019 through and including August 2nd, 2019. I offer this resolution as read.
Okay, I'll second it. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough? Supervisor Schmidt?
Yeah, I'm going to read 10. Yeah. Yes, motion carried. All right, I'm going to read number 10. You're welcome. This is authorizing advertising for bids. Resolved that Ann Spofford, Town Clerk of the Town of Carmel, is hereby authorized to advertise for bids for the construction of the proposed Phase 2 improvements for Airport Park in the Town of Carmel as designed by Insight Engineering, Surveying, and Landscape Architecture, PC, and be it further resolved that upon finalization and completion of bid specifications, Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., is to furnish detailed specifications for the above to the Town Clerk, which are to be used in conjunction with the town's general bid conditions and specifications. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Borelli. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes, with the clear understanding for the record that I'm not happy how this came down. I'm not happy how it was presented to the town board last minute, and I'm not happy with the emails attached to it last minute. These bills on this second phase are going to be watched real closely by this entire town board, and I just expect it to come in at or under budget, and I'm quite sure you guys feel the same.
Yeah, no question about it, Mike. There was one issue or one concern that we did meet and discuss about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, is the irrigation for the fields. And what we talked about was the irrigation is included in the bid specs, which is fine, and you know what? I have no problem that the fields are being proposed to be irrigated. I think it's a good idea. And I do support that. However, the source, the water source for the irrigation of the fields was not determined. There hasn't been a determined made. There were some options that were looked at, but it wasn't until a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that myself and the town board actually became aware that the source of the water for the irrigation of the fields hadn't been determined yet. So that was my concern, is that I would have liked to have had all components or elements of this project decided before the bids were actually, that the town board authorized the bids to go out for the Phase 2. I support Phase 2 project being moved forward. I think it's the right time to do it, but my concern was the water source. So we did talk about that, and the board was in agreement, and the board members that aren't here with us tonight also were in agreement that we should determine the water source for the irrigation. So there's an add alternate in the bid packet, the bid specs, for irrigation and for the water source as well. So we approved the bid packet and that the bids were finalized and that they could go out, but there's an add alternate, which means that we're going to look at determining the water source as the bid packet goes out. So the determination will be made, and the proposed cost of the water source and the irrigation will be included, but the determination of where exactly the water source will come from for the irrigation has yet to be determined. And there was only 3 options that we actually looked at. One was Lake McGregor, and the other source were wells, existing wells that were on the county-owned property, and option number 3 was drilling new wells to provide water to the irrigation for the field. So those 3 options are still being looked at. Final determination hasn't been made yet, but there's an add alternate in the bid packet for the water source to be included in that with the irrigation. So just wanted to make...
There was also a figure in the budget for a water source, and I fully expect that figure not to exceed what's written on that contract, or they're going to figure out how to save money somewhere else, because I don't know how you do a project like this and not know where something's coming from when it all has to work together. It's just...
Okay, Sue, did you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I was going to vote yes, but I just want to make sure that the corrections,
Are made.
that the corrections are made to the bid. that were not made as of today.
Yeah, a lot of simple mistakes.
So, as long as those are
Bid
correct. The
specifications.
bid specifications, yeah, there's some,
The resolution has a provision for the finalization.
okay,
Okay, it's specifically in there.
so covers that, perfect.
Right. And
Okay.
before the bids go out, those corrections and changes are going to be made
Oh, that, it
from the
has
bid,
to be.
from the bid specs. from the
Yes.
bid pack. Or they're not going out.
Yep.
So, but, all right. Roll call vote, Ann?
Okay, so Councilwoman McDonough,
Seconded it.
and then Councilman...
I
Right, and then
voted
she
on
voted
it.
yes. So Supervisor
bid.
Schmidt.
Yes. Motion carried. Okay, so that completes the agenda items for this evening's Town Board voting meeting. Is there anybody that would like to come up at this time on agenda items that we just covered this evening? Norman?
Thank you, Supervisor. Well, I want to say, I heard Mr. Borelli say that he didn't like what was going on, so you should, ask to table it. At any rate, actually, I like to ask you about $186,000 I read about in the about the TV studio we have here in the town hall. And we had when we first incorporated that TV studio, which I came and got elected and wanted to do. Some other people are claiming that they're the ones that did it, but at any rate, I found, and I'd like to give this to the town board, for $34,000, it has 3 cameras, it has all the equipment you need to televise your meetings. And it's all condensed into one package. You can move it from place to place if you must, but it's $33,000, not $186,000. And even there's a less expensive one. It's called New Tech TriCaster Mini Advanced HD. And this probably, with all the equipment, is $20,000 or less. That is all you need to do this. $186,000 is crazy. We had a problem when we first put in the cameras because we gave $65,000 we appropriated, but we didn't vote to spend it. And Mr. Pazzi turned around and spent it without our authority, okay? But now we got $186,000. I understand you approved $100,000. This equipment has actually gotten cheaper since we put in the system that's here now because of electronics and everything else. You know you can buy TVs cheaper. You know you can do a lot of things cheaper. Why are you blowing $186,000 on this? And one of the owners of the, New York audio video design, is he familiarized with anybody on this town board? Maybe somebody who's not present here tonight. Did he have his office at 369 Route 6, Mayapack, New York at one moment in time? Yes. So now I really think that this should be thought over again, and do not spend this kind of money. If you like this, I'll give it to you. If you like this, I forgot to take it here tonight, I'll give it to you.
Can you forward
But
it to
please don't screw the people out of $186,000 this evening for something that is not necessary. I don't even think this is bad. Okay, Kenny, thank you for letting me speak. I'm glad you didn't try to shut me down.
No, Norman, can you just forward that to Ann? Get that information to
Yeah,
Ann?
she gives me her email, I will do it, but this is atrocious. It really is. I gotta say that. A little research on it, like when I was on the town board, that's what I used to do, research. I never spent a nickel in here without researching. And apparently, this town board didn't do that. They put out the bid, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you.
It was an RP. All right, you're welcome.
Oh, okay, it's an
was an
RFP, same difference. It doesn't matter. It's $186,000. You could do it for $34,000, $35,000, or even $20,000. It's not necessary. Thank you again, Kenny.
You're welcome. All right, Norman, I never shut you down. You know that. I've always let you speak.
And I wouldn't thank you if that's not the fact. It's a, I am being truthful with
Right.
you. So, yes, you let me speak, and I appreciate it. But Kenny, you have to look at this.
We
This,
will.
this is not right. You're here to save us money, not to spend money. I'm not going to accuse anybody of anything, but this is atrocious.
Get it to us, Norman. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, thank you. All right, is there anyone else here for public comment on agenda items only at this time? Come on up.
Or open,
That wasn't on, so anything.
or open.
Yeah, or open. Open forum, new business portion of the meeting where residents can come up and address the board. Come on up. Hi, Steve.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Mahopac Hills Association. I understand that the pipes are going in as scheduled, and I don't know what stage they're at, but I know we're getting pretty close, and we're getting pretty close to maybe getting our roads paved again this year, which we were promised that they will be, but we don't know. But there's a couple of issues that need to be addressed, I think, before we go in and just pave like we've been doing. And that would be several areas have puddles and there needs to be drainage, or the roads need to be pitched the right way. And we're trying to see if we can get a couple of catch basins in, because we have a lot of water that comes off certain hills and just runs down into people's properties. I know you took care of, I forgot the lady's name.
Oh,
Want to say without the lady.
Yes.
Yeah, nice woman, Mrs. Goodwin?
Yes, Mrs. Goodwin.
Mrs. Goodwin.
Fran.
It's still working,
Yeah,
Steve.
you're
It's
doing
still-
good, Kenny. You're doing good. But there are a couple other areas that need to be addressed. My neighbor across the street, all the water goes right down his lawn and goes across into James's. So, between the roads being pitched on there, up on Highland by Mike Nagels, the cop up there, there's a couple of nice big puddles. There's and the sand that comes running off the roads and all that piles up. So if we can maybe take a week or so or a couple of days to survey what we need to do based on just going in there and allowing another contractor to put down 3 inches just randomly anywhere is not really worth it.
I'm going to speak to Mike Simone tomorrow.
Yeah,
conversation with
I thought everybody would be here, but were they on vacation?
He might be watching this. from
Hi,
home.
Mike. Yeah.
So he heard-
Well,
he
that's
actually heard you.
that's the neighborhood, and I know that you guys they're gonna go around and beautify whatever they damaged and reinstall curves that have been ripped out or whatever. And they finally did put in that last hookup on Highland.
They did.
On Woodland, yes. That lady that's been there for years, been there for 38 years, so she finally got hooked up. So that was nice. And the last agenda is the beach. I know Mike talked about the beach, the property that goes across, the sewage that goes across the road and it goes down in through the trough along the beach and then comes down into the beach and runs right into the lake. It's an easement that was given by the town.
What do you mean the sewage?
You mean stormwater, Steve?
Yes,
Stormwater?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
stormwater, Yes.
I was going to say
Yeah,
that.
you're right. There is no sewage except for here in town. Maybe, who knows, down at Baldwin Place. If we modified our own plants instead of borrowing from others. Oh, boy. Yeah, Mike talked about that, putting that in, because there's a couple of pipes that have collapsed, and he was talking about putting and repairing over the years. We did a new wall down there, and we took the cost for all of that, because over the years, the towns used to come down and just plow right against that fence, and basically that eroded a lot of what we had there. So
Steve, where's the basin? Is the catch basin up
There's-
on Westlake Boulevard, or is it?
up on Westlake Boulevard and then across the driveway that goes down into the beach, and then
Yeah.
there's 1 or 2 other ones that are down
that-
in the parking lot.
That might be the county's catch basin, because Westlake Boulevard's a county road.
Westlake, it's county.
It crosses. It goes
It goes
underneath.
on,
Right.
the
It comes
pipe-
down
the pipe
Rockledge.
goes underneath?
Yes.
Okay.
It comes down Rockledge and then goes
Is
underneath.
that by Arv's house? Arv
That's
Larson?
correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
We'll look into that too, Steve.
Yeah, I know Mike said he had put some money aside for that back in the fall. So, well, I just wanted to make sure we talk about this a little more before we jump into it without knowing what we're doing. All right.
So someone has spoken to Mike about that particular issue with
The catch
catch
basins?
basin?
Yes, I
And the
believe
drain pipe?
Alva and Auvie Lawson
Yeah.
and Mike and, I don't know who else, somebody else did.
Steve, you should be sitting down with Mike, though, too, and going over all of this. You know, a couple of guys should be
Yeah.
sitting down, because you know it better than anybody.
Yeah, and you know, we have such buildup in some of the properties that we own along that West Lake there, Hickory Way and Linden Way and Sycamore, where the runoff is just, is pushing our boats out and not allowing us to dock in the property that is owned by the association, so maybe we can dredge out Hickory especially, right?
This is something we discussed. Right? Another catch basin on the lake.
Another one, yeah.
We had this conversation.
My
Several
trash
weeks ago.
my trash pump broke. Is yours available? I'll take care of it.
I didn't hear it.
Your trash pump, is your trash pump available? They may have to be jetted out.
Yeah.
They may have, are they clogged?
Yeah, I mean, you can't get two boats right close to where the drain is, and it's been just accumulating over the years.
Is it collapsed?
The one on Hickory
Yeah.
is disintegrated
Yeah,
out of a round tube,
Yeah,
top 180 degrees.
That's it.
yeah.
We've been talking about this.
well, we've been talking about this.
Yeah, we've been talking about this with the Swan Cove project and the drainage on Route 6 and around the lake, and it's DOT money and county money, and it's like impossible to get them to address it, but
They
all the silt is coming in on all of
Yeah,
them.
well, they make special catch basins that are deeper, so all the silt falls, but you gotta go there and clean them out.
You got it, right,
Otherwise, it's not gonna
Right.
do anything.
more than once a year.
Yeah. Especially if you have a road like me, and I take more blacktop in my house now
But we're actually talking
through
about
my
that.
shoes from all the broken up stuff, so. If you need any, I have some.
You mean you bring millings in? You bring millings in?
I'll show you the pictures I got piled up in front of my house already. I even piled them up for them to clean up.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Kenny, there's 9 piles about a foot and a half by my house. I cleaned them and piled them up. I thought maybe they'd pick them up.
You can use them for, you know,
You-
if you need to fill in your driveway, if you have a pothole
Hello?
or a low spot?
I got it in the house. I'm taking it out. You want me to fill the driveway in? I just did my driveway over. Thanks.
All right, Steve. We'll talk to Mike. Susie and I will reach out to him. But it might, as Mike said, it would benefit you guys too, if you had that conversation with them, you know, maybe up at the highway garage or met out there in Vista Terrace. You know,
Yeah, you should have a pre-on-site meeting. You guys know those roads better than anybody.
because they know the roads, right. All right, but we'll let him know, if he wasn't watching tonight, Steve, we'll let him know that you were here, and spoke about it. All right, thanks, Steve. Did you have anything, or you good?
No, I'm on board. Thank you.
Have anything? Okay, you're welcome. All right, so being there's no one else,
I know that you're gonna look into this, you're not gonna spend that $186,000.
we will.
Get us that
you
stuff,
get us
Norman,
that
right away,
stuff.
please.
Get the board that stuff through Ann, and we'll take a look at it. All right, Ann? Look for that from Norman? Okay, thanks. All right, so being, there's no further public comment, I do have a couple of announcements that I've been asked to make, and I'll go through them quick. The town hall offices will be closed April 19th, so that's this Friday, in observance of Good Friday. So this Friday, we're closed. We'll reopen on Monday, April 22nd at the regular time, 8:30 a.m. So don't look for us here this Friday, Good Friday. Hydrant flushing for water districts 2, 3, and 12 by Infomark will begin April 15th. For a schedule of dates for each road, please refer to the Town of Carmel website, homepage, or the government channels, Comcast 95 or Verizon Channel 24. Consumers may experience the following temporary effects of flushing: fluctuation in pressure, discoloration of water. Laundry should not be washed during this time. So don't wash your laundry while the flushing is taking place. This does not present a health hazard, flushing the hydrants. So if you have any questions, please contact Infomark. Those are the operators of the water district at 845-228-0460. Next one. I don't know why I didn't give you guys some of these. The town board of the town of Carmel has moved its April 24th special meeting work session to discuss the Hamlet of Carmel water improvement projects. This is very important, residents that are users in Carmel Water 2. The original location of this meeting on the 24th was at the Carmel Fire Department, but because we anticipate that we're going to have a lot of people show up at this meeting, we decided to move it to the Carmel High School Library, which is a much bigger venue. It'll hold about 200 people seated and about another 80 or 100 people standing. So that's at the library is huge up there. It's a huge library. Yeah, the cafeteria is big also, but the library is really huge. So that's at 30 Fair Street in Carmel High School. So we're not going to be at the Carmel Fire Department. We will be at the Carmel High School Library on April 24th for the special meeting to discuss the Carmel Water District water improvement projects. These are main replacements, main lining, a new water treatment plant, and a new water tank on Everett Road are going to be discussed. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't emphasize or can't stress how important it is for you to educate yourselves and understand the fiscal impact that this will have on your taxes for your special district over the next 15, 20 years. This could potentially be a $25 to $30 million water improvement project for the Hamlet of Carmel. So you need to understand how this is going to affect you and your finances. So please try to attend that meeting. If you can't attend it, watch the meetings that when they're replayed on Channel 95 or Verizon Channel 24. So that's that. I'll announce that again. I won't be able to announce it here again next week because the meeting's next week, right, Susie? All right. Right.
Regarding the new location.
On our website, the town bulletin board, the newspapers, and today we put the variable message boards out. So there's variable message boards that the town purchased that are up in the Hamlet of Carmel right now displaying this meeting. We're trying to get it out in every way we can to the residents, so they can't miss the message boards.
No one could say they're not aware of this meeting.
Right. We've done everything to make them aware of it, so we're going to get that out there. Just one final announcement. Town of Carmel Townwide Cleanup and Compliance Week starts this Monday, April 22nd, which coincides with Earth Day. So Earth Day is Monday, April 22nd through April 28th, 2019. To improve our quality of life in the town of Carmel, we're sponsoring a roadside litter cleanup in conjunction with the Carmel Highway Department. Roadside Litter Cleanup and Compliance Week. Your help is needed, greatly needed and appreciated. I don't know if you're not aware of the amount of litter that's on the side of our streets. It's disgusting, it's nasty, and people, please stop throwing your litter out of your car windows. That's what's causing this. I know some people are saying it's coming out of garbage trucks. That could possibly be, but the bulk of it is coming from people just throwing it out of their windows as they're driving by. It's really bad. We need your help cleaning it up. There's been families already have come in for orange garbage bags, and they've started cleaning up already. I think I've picked up probably 20 bags of garbage already that residents have cleaned up from the sides of the road. So, and the cleanup week didn't even start yet. These are people that just want to help out now, so you can help out now. So choose a section of the road that you'd like to clean up or which road you'd like to clean up. Please let the highway department know which street you will be cleaning. It's important that you tell them which street or tell my office which street you're cleaning up, because then we'll know where to go out and pick up the orange bags. Volunteers clean up roadside litter and leave the bags on the shoulder. Leave the bags on the shoulder of the road. Tie a knot in them and leave them right there. We'll pick them up. The highway department will pick up. Call 628-7474 to register for your cleanup. Free orange bags are available at the Carmel Highway Department or the Town of Carmel Supervisor's Office, whichever you would like to go to pick up your bags. 50 McAlpin Avenue. So please help us out. If you don't know where you should clean up, ask me and I'll tell you where the roads are that have litter all over them that you can clean up. Norman?
I just want to say, I also read that you're thinking about taking over the sewer plant from the city of New York. Please don't do that. All you're going to do is burden the town, and the city's going to get something off their back and put it on the town back, and all the people in that district. They own it, let them keep it. I think, it's something you should not do. It's not cost effective for the people in the district, and it's only going to burden this whole town again. I don't know about anybody else in this audience or the people listening. My taxes are outrageous, outrageous. If I could get the hell out of here and sell my house, I would. I'd be off your back. But my taxes are so bad, you can't sell your house in this town. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Norman. Town board have any announcements? Mike, you have anything? Anything that I didn't say already? Okay.
Call me different names.
I'm going to listen to the tape. I think I called you Borelli. No, I didn't. What did I call him? Lupo? Lupinat? Did I? Sorry.
Yes, Kenny, you did.
I did? Wow. 2 weeks in a row. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we don't have maybe I'm here too long. I don't know. We don't have executive session tonight, so we're closing the meeting from here. We'll see everybody at the Carmel High School Library next week at 6 o'clock, not at 7. That special meeting starts at 6 p.m.
Please, if you're coming in groups, I've spoken to a couple of people that
Right?
have a focus group or a Facebook group, and
Still see.
combine your questions. There's going to be a lot of people there. You know, put together 5 or 6 people, let one person speak for the 5 or 6 people, because there's going to be a lot of people speaking. So this way, everybody knows that they're not asking the same question over and over, and it's going to be a long meeting. I'll sit there all night and answer every question I can. I'm quite sure everybody else will too. But group together and be concise with your questions. We just got a good group of questions already sent to us,
That already sent us, yeah.
so
That they've been working on.
which is appreciated.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Hey, Bob, so you got it, it's at 6 o'clock? Yeah. Okay, all right.
But it's an issue I'm really,
I know. Well, are you going to be going to it? Are you going to attend it?
still trying to figure it out.
Okay,
How I'm gonna approach it.
all right. Okay.
You start the regular meeting at 7.
We start the listen, no, we may not be starting the regular meeting at 7. The special meeting could roll over.
The
into
regular
a-
meeting is not starting at 7 o'clock.
No,
Nor 8, maybe 9.
maybe 9,
Maybe 9.
yeah.
I make a motion to close?
Yes.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. All those in favor? Aye. Good night, everybody. Be well. We'll see you at the Carmel High School Library next week, 6 p.m.